Welcome to Transit Fridays, and today we're going to be talking about the new moon in particular. So I'm not going to spend much time talking about the transits throughout the week because the major thing is a new moon in Taurus. And this new moon is particularly important because it really seems to be reflecting a very positive new beginning, a very positive energy here. So after eclipse season, after the full moon Scorpio as well, and there's a lot of intensity that we've experienced in April. So this new moon in May, happening on the 8th of May, seems to be bringing a kind of a continuation of the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. And so with that, bringing opportunities for us to really manifest something tangible and something that has to do with breakthroughs, with moving ahead, with conquering new terrains and facing some fears as well around that. So I'm gonna share my screen with you, and this is the chart for today. How are you? I am Fernanda Paiva, Hitchhiking Stars. It's great to have you here, and I hope that you find this content useful. So I've been very busy, as you know. That's no news anymore, and I can't wait for June, the end of June or something. That's when I'm going to be a little bit less busy. But doing my astrology masterclass has launched as well this week, and it's just really amazing to be able to talk about a subject that you love so much and share this with others as well. So this is pretty much how my week has been. Tell me, how is your week? What's going on for you? How did you feel this last few transits that we had? And if you noticed anything special about the Jupiter-Uranus, we still have the conjunction in orb. So it's still happening, still going, you know. So for the weekend, we have moon in Pisces for most of the weekend. Moon moves to Aries on Sunday, and we already have those planetary ingresses that we talked about with Mars and Venus, and Mercury crossing the degree of that new moon solar eclipse. So we had a solar eclipse at 19 degrees Aries, and we're still understanding and having new ideas about what can be manifested with this energy, or what that new beginning is really about. Remember, a new beginning is always the end of something as well, and there is no way of carrying everything with us and moving on to the new phase, carrying every sort of luggage with us. We do need to select, and I think eclipse season is very much about that. So we had to make some selections. And here, Monday the 6th, the moon will join there on the 19th degree of Aries as well. So perhaps something on Monday, having some more insights about what happened during that solar eclipse, or the seeds that we were planting around that time as well. Now, what I'm really, really interested is the 8th. Well, that's Brazil. So in Brazil, São Paulo, that would be happening around 1 a.m. On the 8th of May. But a lot of other places in the world, depending where you are, this new moon in Taurus will be happening on the 7th. So here we are. That's a new moon at the 18th degree of Taurus. And it's not too far from Uranus as well. So it's still carrying that signature of awakening, breaking through, breaking boundaries in some way, moving ahead, getting out of a rut, and manifesting something tangible with these energy as well, because we're talking about fixed earth, we're talking about Taurus. So it is about manifesting something that can last the challenges of time. That's Taurus, that's fixed earth, but also something that is very much aligned with our values. I think that's what Taurus is really talking about as well, is building something that's aligned with our values. And we have this opportunity here with this new moon near Uranus, is still carrying that energy forwards, that Uranus Jupiter energy, even though it's not exact anymore, it's still very much within orb there. 22 and 25 degrees here apart, not 25 degrees apart, but like the one is 22 and the other one's 25. So this energy is still going. We can still take a ride and surf this energy. Another thing that for me confirms this feeling of excitement about this new moon in Taurus is a sextile to Saturn in Pisces. So we've got Saturn at 17 Pisces and the new moon happening at 18. So there's a bit of a blessed aspect here as well. Saturn is also about long-lasting structures. And so whatever it is that we build or that we set ourselves to build with this new beginning, this sort of new energy here, this new cycle that's starting, and still again like bringing that Uranus Jupiter energy forward, we can be quite successful at it and we can really continue doing it. So attention flows, like where attention flows, energy goes, and we do end up creating that in real life and outer life. So be very mindful this week of the sorts of energies or the sort of thoughts you're having and the things that you think you want as well, and how do you want to get them as well. How do you want to manifest them? Are they aligned with your values or not? Those are very important questions and things to be aware of with this new moon. The Sapien symbol for this new moon is a new continent emerging from the ocean. And again, for me, it's just a very powerful imagery for what I'm already intuitively feeling with the, after eclipse, after full moon, Scorpio square Pluto, and the month of May being this time where we can start really placing and really putting some seeds and seeing some results beginning to come up. And with the image of a new continent, it's new fertile terrain. It's like there's the possibility of cultivating something completely new. It's a whole new field in our lives that can be emerging here with this new moon, which is just a continuation of a process, right? If we think about astrology as cycles within cycles, this is a continuation of the process that we're already living. But it really, really seems to be very fertile and very promising. So really make sure that you reflect and think about what can be manifested here and use that energy of Saturn there as well. Now, another energy that's very present with this new moon is Mercury and Chiron. Look how close they are together, 21 degrees Aries. And obviously for me, that's still pointing out to a lot of the Aries lessons that we're going through, that we're learning. So if the new moon in Taurus and the Jupiter Uranus in Taurus is about building something that's in alignment with our values, with our core values, that's of true importance to us, that we really care about and that we want to be long lasting, right? Something that will definitely be there for the long haul. Those placements in Aries are saying, make sure that they are individually important to you, that you're really doing that because of yourself. You're not just doing that to please other people, to, attract other people, to, fulfill their needs and desires only, and just disregard what your desires, your personal individual desires are. So there's something about reflecting, because it's Mercury, on all of those Aries wounds that we're kind of revisiting and getting in touch with. Finding out where Aries is in your chart and where Taurus is in your chart will make a big difference, because you will know what areas that this will be focusing on. What areas are you learning these Aries lessons with the North Node and Chiron as well? Which area in your chart has been activated and called to be reintegrated in some way, to be changed in some way, so you can step up and express Aries in a new way? Because we're all doing that collectively, but you're going to be doing it personally in some way there based on your chart, your natal placements and whatnot. So for me, those two flavors are the major ones. The new land emerging from the ocean and the opportunities of that Jupiter Uranus that's still being carried forward by this new moon Taurus, sextile to Saturn, turning dreams into reality, that Saturn in Pisces, but also revisiting, rethinking, being very aware of our wounds when it comes to communicating what we want and who we are and our limits and boundaries and, you know, all of the Aries things as well. So those two are very, very prominent. Now I'm gonna do something I do not usually do here in the channel, but I've been so involved with Astrological Tarot with my master classes, going to week 4 now. But I just thought I might as well do a quick 3-card tarot reading for this new moon in Taurus. What the tarot can tell, what the tarot can tell us about these opportunities, about this Taurus new moon on the 8th or 7th of May. So let's see what cards show up. All right. Okay, interesting. So first card that we've got is the Hierophant, which is in Astrological Tarot, the card that's related to Taurus. So this card is being associated with Taurus, so it's the Taurian card. It has to do with tradition. It has to do with knowledge and learning as well. Look, he's got those keys there. And those keys, funny enough, seem to be very similar to the Chiron symbol as well, as like holding the key to understanding the deeper wounds as well. So there's something about the figure of the Hierophant that's very present for this new moon as a possibility. So really tapping into this dimension of Taurus. But the second and the third card are court cards. The second one is the King of Wands or King of Rods in this tarot deck. So the King of Wands is staring right at the Hierophant here, and he's Leo in my in Astrological Tarot. So we've got the King of Wands being Leo, and we've got the Page of Wands as well, which is Earth of Fire. So it is connected. There's not a sign sort of association, but it is connected with the student. Now the Page of Rods or the Page of Wands is turned to the other side. So if I show you how the cards came up, you can see that the Page of Wands is turned to this side, whereas the King is turned to the Hierophant. Now, the feeling I have for these 3 cards with this new moon of Taurus, the advice of the cards, is to trust your sense of mastery, is to really tap into that King of Wands and let go of the doubts that the Page of Wands has. It's like you've kind of gone through the student sort of phase in whichever area that Taurus is in your chart now. So what house is that? Is that in your house of career, in the house of relationships, in the house of personality and identity? So find out where that Taurian placement is, because what the tarot cards seem to be reflecting here for me is that we are ready to step into a place of mastery and intuition and the courage. I think courage is a great word for Wands and is a great word for Leo as well, because it is about the heart, right? The cœur in French. Pardon my my accent, but it has to do with the heart and the courage to step into the heart and believe in the unique contribution that we can make, and really look at that Hierophant and the Taurus, the opportunities that Taurus is bringing to us now. So in a nutshell, I do feel that the tarot is saying, be courageous and stop a little bit of the self-doubt in whichever area Taurus is. You know, there is an opportunity there for sure, and go for it and tap into the energy of the King of Wands to do that. So this is what I got from the tarot cards here in the tarot reading. I hope this has been helpful. I'm wishing you a wonderful new moon. Let me know in the comments if any of this makes sense to you, what's going on in your life, and which area is this new moon going to be falling in your chart. And that's it. I'll be seeing you all next Friday. Have a wonderful new moon and a wonderful new beginning, and take care. See you soon. Bye-bye.